confirms posting of Assembly principal staff. Rivers PDP chairman resigns. Military destroys scores of illegal refineries in Niger Delta region. On the foreign scene, several arrested after riot in Dublin. I am Ifechi Kumoyeli with the news. The head of service in Rivers State, George Weke, has confirmed the posting of principal staff of the State House of Assembly. Yesterday, a statement signed by the Director of Service Welfare, Ian Brown, on behalf of the head of service announced the posting of the clerk, Emeka Amadi, the Deputy Clerk, Callistus Africa, and Assistant Director in the State House of Assembly. However, this morning, another letter surfaced on social media asking Rivers people to disregard the postings. But clarifying this, the head of service, George Weke, tells our correspondent that the posting of the State Assembly staff is a normal routine in the civil service. As you may know, a memo titled Senior Staff Posting showed that the clerk was deployed to the Scholarship Board, while the Deputy Clerk, who is also the head of Legislative Department in the House of Assembly, was posted to the Readers Project. It follows the crisis rocking the State Assembly, which has seen an impeachment notice against the State Governor, Siminalayi Fubara, and the emergence of two factions in the House. The crisis started on October 29 with the burning of the chambers of the State Assembly. The chairman of the PDP in Rivers State, Desmond Akawo, has resigned from office following his appointment as Federal Commissioner representing the state at the Revenue Mobilization, Allocation and Fiscal Commission. In a letter sent to the acting national chairman of the PDP, Umar Damagun, Mr. Akawo thanked the party for the opportunity to serve and the support during his time in office. His appointment is pending the confirmation of the Senate. Away from that, the Chief Security Officer of the Ikwere local government area, Dixon Mbwamahum, says members of a local vigilante accosted a suspected kidnapper identified as Felix along the Iguruta Umwechim Road. Mr. Mbwamahum tells correspondent Mekwatoka that Felix is allegedly linked to the kidnapping of a driver and passengers on the same road. He said Felix has been handed over to Iguruta Police Command.
Those headers that normally kidnap in the local government, they all stuck in the group have apprehended one now as I'm talking with you. Also, they screwed the man's vehicle. So the one that they apprehend have already handed over to the group division. The one that we apprehend, his name is Felix. He have confessed that others is in the bush.
In another development, 50 illegal refining sites have been destroyed in various parts of the Niger Delta region. The Director of Defense Media Operations, Major General Edward Buba, said this while briefing newsmen in Abuja yesterday. He said 51 suspects were arrested while several liters of crude oil product were recovered.
The operations of the week resulted in 99 neutralized terrorists, while 198 of them were arrested. Troops also arrested 49 perpetrators of oil theft and rescued 139 kidnapped hostages. In the South-South, troops denied the oil theft of the estimated sum of over 1 billion naira.
Still to come, Diaspora Commission warns Nigerians against traveling without documentation. Stay with us.
The details.
The stories.
With the updates.
Your number one.
Aside its judgment restraining the Commission from imposing fines on broadcast stations in the country. Justice James Omotosho described the motion as an afterthought, saying the Commission failed to file its defense. The chairman of the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, NIDCOM, Abike Dabiri-Erewa, has urged Nigerians relocating abroad to live legitimately and with proper documentation to avoid unpleasant consequences. Mrs. Dabiri-Erewa gave the warning when she visited some Nigerians at a shelter in Brampton, Canada. She urged others without proper documentation who are seeking asylum to stop, saying the situation is getting tougher in many countries. In business, the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice Lateef Fagbemi will lead the committee to set up to review the 2007 Public Procurement Act. A statement said the committee was inaugurated by the Secretary to the Government, George Akume. It said the federal government will review and strengthen the provisions of the act to make it more responsive to the needs of the people. And now in entertainment, Nigerian celebrity chef Hilda Bassi has sparked the Ghana Jollof versus Nigeria Jollof war again, as she says Ghana Jollof does not have flavor. In sports, Nottingham Forest striker Taiwo Awoniyi has been ruled out of the forthcoming Africa Cup of Nations tournament in Ivory Coast after a groin injury in the Super Eagles 1-1 draw with Lesotho in Uyo last Thursday.
And now, we'll bring you news from around the world.
Irish police have arrested 34 people after rioting caused huge destruction in Dublin city centre last night. The violence began after 3 children and a teacher were injured in a knife attack in the city centre several hours earlier.
And now. This is the news on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
Now that's a wrap on the news this afternoon. Before we go, let's have a look at the major stories. The Rivers State Head of Service George Nweke has confirmed the posting of Assembly Principal Staff. Rivers PDP Chairman Desmond Akawo has resigned amid federal government appointment. The military has destroyed scores of illegal refineries in Niger Delta region. And on the foreign scene, several people have been arrested after a riot in Dublin. The news was edited by Martha Okere-Nkem. To reach the news team, send an SMS or WhatsApp to 0808 721 7215. I am Ifechukwu Moyeli. Many thanks for listening.
When there is news, we report it.
What about